Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I am doing the mid-year book tag. I saw Larry Reed do this and it just looked really fun, and I've been binge watching her videos all morning because, well, I feel rough as hell and I wanted to just do something chill, hence the Menti B jumper. If you don't know what a Menti B is, well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But also, we're ignoring the state of me and the fan noise in the background. It's hotter than the sun in my room, but I want to wear a jumper, so yeah. But let's get on with the video. I have all my books here and I have the questions and I'm really excited for this. So the first question is the best book I've read so far in 2024. Now this is probably not going to come as any surprise to anyone. A Cut of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas. I'm in love. I need more of these books, and I know the series is continuing. I just don't know when the next book's coming out, and I still need to read the Throne of Glass series and the Crescent City books, but I was so in love with it and I love this so much. And I'm doing a reading challenge in the month of July that I think will, you know, spur me along with my reading, but you'll have to wait until July until that. But yeah, no, this was just definitely my favourite read so far this year. I love the ACOTAR series so much. I finished the entire series so quickly, and that is a shock for me because normally it takes me years to finish a series, and that's because I never want to read the final book. Because I love this series so much and I knew there was going to be more, I rushed to read this book as well, and I just absolutely adored it. And considering how big it is, I finished it surprisingly quick, and just, yeah, I'm in love and I need more. I need more Cassian and Nesta and Rhys and Feyre and Mor and Amberyn, and I just need more of everyone except Tamlin. But moving on, yeah, this was definitely my top read of the year and of the year so far, and I'm thinking at this point it's going to be hard for any book to top it at this point. The next question is best sequel of 2024, and that definitely has to be The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I read The Deal at the very start of this year, and then I picked this up like not long afterwards, and I absolutely freaking loved it. I've not finished the Off-Campus series yet, but as of right now, Logan is my favourite of the boys. I've read the first 3 books in the series, and honestly, it's just, this book was so good. It gave me all the feels. I just loved their relationship. I loved like the banter between them. I loved everything about it. And I just think that, I know a lot of people don't like this one. I know Geordie loves this one. But yeah, no, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with John Logan. And I love his book, and I love him, and I love him and Grace, and it's just all so good and it's so pretty. I'm so happy I have the physical copies of these now, because when I read the first 2 books in the series, I read them on my Kindle. I still read them on my Kindle, but I'm now happy that I own the physical copies and the pretty cartoon covers. But that's beside the point. I have to say this is definitely my favourite sequel so far this year, and I absolutely adored it. So, new release that I haven't read yet. This one isn't exactly a new release because it came out at the very end of last year, but it's still a newish release and I haven't had a chance to read it yet. And that is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I read Fourth Wing last year, absolutely adored it. I just not had a chance to pick this up yet, and I don't think I'm going to pick it up for a little while, purely just for the fact that the next book doesn't come out until January, and I know by the time it gets to January, if I've read this too early, I will have forgotten anything that's in it. I can't really remember what happened in Fourth Wing, but I do have the audiobook of that, so I am going to listen to the audiobook and reread it before I go to read this one. And then I'm going to read this one probably in like October, November, and then the new one comes out in January and I'll be picking that one up. But I am looking forward to this. It's just, this is a very thick book, but honestly, even though it looks bigger than Silver Flames, it's really not. It's actually shorter. It's just because it's a hardback, it looks a lot bigger. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to get into this because I adored Fourth Wing. I think I gave it 5 stars, and I'm hoping this one is just as good. But I haven't heard the best reviews on it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy it. Just because some people don't doesn't mean I won't. And I think because of how much I loved Fourth Wing and how quickly I read it, I will really enjoy this one as well. And yeah, I'm just really excited about it, and I need more Violet and Xaden because they're so, yeah. Anyway, really can't wait to read this book. I don't really have any other really new releases, just because a lot of the books I buy have been out for a while and they're recommendations from people who have already read them. Up next is my most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and that is most definitely Legacy of the Heirs by Laura Carter. I've talked about Secrets of the Dead on my channel so many times, and this is the second installment in the Lost Kingdom saga, and I cannot wait to read it. It comes out on August 6th, and you best believe I'm pre-ordering that book. I haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I will be doing it before it gets released in August, and I'm just so excited. I'm so goddamn excited. It's just I need to reread Secrets of the Dead, which I am going to be doing this year. I'm going to reread Secrets of the Dead before Legacy of the Heirs comes out, and I can't wait. I really can't wait for it to come out, because I absolutely adored Secrets of the Dead, and we all know that. So yeah, I just can't wait. But there's also a few others that I'm looking forward to coming out. There's the third book in the Lightlock series. I'm currently reading Nightbane at the moment. There is also, I think, another book in the Akhtar series comes out this year. I'm not 100% sure though. And I think there's another book going to be in the whole Briar U universe, because I still need to read like the Briar U books, and I need to finish reading the Off-Campus series. But I've already owned the Graham Effect. The Dixon Rule came out, and I think there's another book that's going to be coming out in that series as well, which I'm looking forward to. Also, there is the second book in the 1,000 Boy Kisses series, which I'm looking forward to reading, but I'm also scared because that book broke me. But anyway. Up next is Biggest Surprise, and this one isn't so much a good surprise, and that was how much I hated this book. Like, I gave this 3 stars. I'm honestly considering lowering my rating to a 2-star. If you saw my most recent video that went up, which was predicting what I'm gonna rate a book before I read it, I predicted that I was gonna give this a 5-star, and I gave it 3-star, and I'm even thinking of lowering that rating now, just because the more I think about this book, the more it annoys me, just because of how bad it was. Honestly, the writing just was so not it. The characters were just so bland. The main character had no substance to her. She was just so blissfully ignorant to everything around her. And considering I expected to love this book so much, I can't fathom how much that I despise it. So yeah, so far this year I've not really had any books that like surprised me in a good way, but this one, honestly, I just have to say, I was just surprised how much I disliked it, because everyone really hypes up Ali Hazelwood's work and everyone says it's really good, and I just don't see the appeal. I've sold all my other books that I had from her because I just did not like her writing style in the slightest, and I just did not enjoy this book at all, and I think I am probably going to lower my rating to a 2-star just because of how much I don't like it. I just felt like it didn't really so much have a plot, and what plot it did have was rushed and not really well thought out. And I know I'm being so critical, but I was just so let down by this book, and I think it's just something that I'm really just not I didn't enjoy about it at all. So next up is my favourite new author, and I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anyone when I say Laura Carter. And that is just because she is an absolutely wonderful, sweet and kind human being. She is an amazing author, and I cannot wait to read the rest of her work. And I just, considering this was her debut novel, it was so incredible. I cannot wait at all for the next book in this series. Like I mentioned before, Legacy of the Heirs comes out on August 6th, and I cannot wait. And I'm obsessed and I can't wait to reread this. I'm rereading my physical edition and I'm going to highlight and annotate it, and yeah, it's so good and I really do absolutely love it. So I do definitely have a favourite new author. I also, this is just an author that's new to me. I know she's not new. Sarah J Maas is also a new favourite author for me, just because I obviously didn't start reading her ACOTAR series until this year, and I read all of it in a couple of months, and then I've got the entire Throne of Glass series that I can't wait to pick up and read. So I think I definitely have to say my two new favourite authors of the year are Laura Carter and Sarah J Maas, just because honestly they're making me love fantasy more, and I'm realising that I think fantasy has slowly becoming my favourite genre. It used to be romance, but then these two ruined just plain old romance for me because now I need a bit of fantasy with my romance. So yeah, the next question is new fictional crush, and I have two new major ones now. Well, that's no, three new major ones actually. Jeez, I've got a lot of new fictional crushes. The first two are from the Off-Campus series, and that is Dean and Logan, because these men are just so attractive. Obviously I think it's probably a bit of a shock considering how much I said I hated Dean at the start, but by the end of the book I was kind of in love with him, and he was just really attractive, his attitude, and he was so sarcastic and funny. So these are definitely two new book boyfriends. I did love Garrett, but I just kind of preferred these two, I won't lie. John Logan's definitely still my favourite, but Dean is made his way up there a little bit, and he's just, so yeah, definitely two new ones. And then, anyone going to be surprised when I say the Bat Boys? I know I'm repeating myself a lot in this video, but I've not read too much this year, and actually no, that's a lie, I've read like 21 books, but I have my favourites, and the Bat Boys are definitely my favourites. Cassian, Rhys, Azriel, just, they're so attractive. I'm in love with them. Cassian is definitely my favourite, and then it goes Cassian, Rhys, Cassian, Az, and then Rhys, but they're like very close in the categories because I just love them all equally as well. But I do definitely have Cassian as my favourite, and I can't wait to see more of him and more of Nesta, and I can't wait to see Az's story. Like, I need his romance, because I have my theories about who I think he's going to be with, but if they put him with who other people think he's going to be with, let's just say me and SJM are going to be having words. But anyway, I already cry enough as it is in my personal life. I didn't need this book making me sob. So the next question was, what book made you cry? This one. This motherfucker right here. I was on call with my friends while I was finishing this book, and I cried like a baby. I was not prepared how emotionally wrecked I was going to be for this book, and I'm not prepared for the second book in this series, because it's so heartbreaking, and I'm so happy I read it, because normally when I read like romance books, they always have a happy ending. Not this one. No. This one makes you want to rip out your heart and pretend you have no feelings. This jumper is very relevant when it comes to this book, Menti B. By the way, hoodie from Dumblon Club, absolutely amazing, so freaking soft, favourite hoodie ever, and I have matching ones with a few of my this is a matching hoodie that I have with a couple of my friends. But anyway, just had to get that little plug in there for Dumblon Club. But yeah, no, this book just, did I finish this book, or did this book finish me? That is the question, because it makes me sad just thinking about it. I'm not okay. I'm really not okay. So next up is a book that made me happy, and that is If Love Had a Price by Anna Huang. I was pleasantly surprised by this book. I really enjoyed it. It made me happy. I loved the characters. I guess this could also have gone in the surprise me category, but I just had to get my 2 cents in about Bride. But this book was just, it was so cute, it was so funny. I really loved the couple. I love Chris and Nate. Like, she's just such a badass, and he is so strong for her and is there for her and will help her, but he also knows that she can take care of herself and she doesn't need anyone protecting her. And it's just, it filled me with joy, and I think it enhanced the experience because I was listening to the audiobook when I read this, and I just really definitely enjoyed it. And I think it's the best book in the If Love series, which is the 3rd one. But yeah, no, this is definitely my favourite out of the series, and I just something about the couple filled me with joy, and it just made me really happy. So next question is most beautiful books that you've received or been gifted or you bought. And this is one that I actually received in a giveaway that I entered. I won a giveaway at the end of last year, and I was sent the special edition of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and obviously I'm completely obsessed because I'm obsessed with this series. But yeah, no, this is just such a beautiful copy. I love it so much. And then pull out the actual book. Oh. Obviously it's got that, and if you've read the book you know what this scene is. Just, it's so beautiful. And then obviously the inside there is like all gold, and then like the map, and then just like the headers on the chapters is just so gorgeous, and I'm in love. I really am. It's just so gorgeous. And Grace, if you see this, thank you so much for buying this for me. She's the one who sent me my stuff from the giveaway, and this is on my Sarah J Maas shrine, I guess you'd call it. It's not really a shrine, it's my Sarah J Maas shelf. But yeah, no, this one is just facing outwards because obviously it's just so gorgeous, and I absolutely adore it. And I also really want the hardback editions of the ACOTAR series anyway, just because I want to reread it already, even though I only read it like a couple of months ago. Well, no, I literally finished it like 2 months ago, but I would want to reread it, and I want to annotate it, but in the hardback editions, because I annotated some of the paperback versions, but I didn't like go into full detail, so I really want to, you know, like fully dig into it and get like a lot of things out, because there's just so many things I look back on now, I'm like, oh my god. And then the final question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I think definitely I want to finish reading the Off Campus series and then read the entirety of the Briar U series, just because I really love Alva Kennedy's work. I love the books. I think they're just such quick, cute, easy reads. They're really funny. I love the way she writes men. You can tell when a man is written by a woman just because they're kind of perfect in every shape and form. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to reading this series. And then I also obviously have the Graham Effect. I'm not too sure what that series is actually called. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, just I'm now on the Goal, which is like technically like the last one in the Off-Campus series, and I'm going to read all of the Briar U ones before I go back and read the Legacy, just because I know there is kind of like spoilers, I guess, in the Legacy to these ones, because it's kind of like a wrap up of all of them. And then obviously after I've read that, I will go on to the Graham Effect. I still need to buy the Dixon Rule, but a couple more honourable mentions that I really want to read this year. We have Binding and Keeping 13. I really want to read this series because everyone talks about it all the time, and I know I've been asked by Carly to read it because she said it's really good, because I got this off her for my 12 books from 12 friends list. I also really want to read Throne of Glass because I just want to start the series, because I'm obsessed with Sarah J Maas's work. And then finally, I need to finish the last 2 books in the Harry Potter series, because I started it last year and I read the first 5 books. So now I really need to read those books, so I can finish off the Harry Potter series and have another series on my TBR completely ticked off. So that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I genuinely really enjoyed doing this. It's nice doing a little like halfway through the year tag, and I think I'll probably do an end of year one as well, just because it was quite nice checking in and seeing what books I really enjoyed so far this year, what I liked about certain ones, and it's just nice talking about them. And also obviously I got to talk about the Lost Kingdom saga series again, and also ACOTAR, so you know, a win-win in every situation. But yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and just let me know what your favourite books of this year have been so far, and I will catch you next time.